You are journaling, you have made the vision board, you are doing affirmation, and you are still stuck. Your income isn't budget, your dreams feel more distant than ever, and you are starting to suspect this whole manifestation thing is a total scam. Wow. What if I told you that the most popular technique are missing three secrets, but absolutely crucial elements? These are the keys nobody talks about, and they are the real secret to unlocking everything you desire. A few years ago, I was right where you are. I was quite self-conscious, and my income was the same number. No matter how hard I worked, I was doing all the things, but nothing was changing. It was only when I understood these three foundational elements that my entire world started to shift. But let's get one thing crystal clear. Manifestation isn't about snapping your fingers and watching the universe magically drop a winning lottery ticket in your lap. There is no scientific evidence that our thoughts alone can change the world outside of us. But here's the good news. There is powerful evidence that changing our internal world, our thoughts, feelings, and identity can fundamentally change how we act. This is science, and that change in action is what gets you real, tangible results. If you are ready to learn the actual process of deep internal transformation that leads to real world success, stick with me. We are about to get into the three elements that will change everything for you. Are you ready? My friends, first and most foundational element is belief. Your beliefs are the invisible script running your entire life. They are deeply held assumptions you have about yourself. The world was even possible for you, as the author Napoleon Hill wrote in his classic book, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve it. Well, that's not scientific claim. It points to the powerful psychological truth. Your beliefs, your words dictate your potential. They are like opportunity filter. You can only see and grab the opportunities that fit through the lens of what you believe is possible. If you believe you are unworthy of wealth, you will subconsciously pass financial opportunities. If you believe you are not good enough for your dream job, you will hesitate on the exact actions needed to get it. This isn't mystical, it is psychology, it is brain. Your conscious mind might be desperate for success, but if your subconscious programming is just saying scarcity and failure, you will stay stuck in loop of self-sabotage. I remember my income was just £2,000 a month. Conscious, I wanted more. I took on more clients. I worked longer hours, but I could never break that cycle. It was just happening. When I finally did the deep work, I found a core belief that was drilled into me as a kid. I don't have enough money because my father always say, we don't have enough money. My parents struggled. It was their reality and it became my reality now. No matter how much I work, no matter how money I have, my consciousness, my subconscious was programmed to make sure money just I don't need, I don't have. So I just don't see opportunities and I don't feel I'm rich, I'm wealthy. So breaking that cycle took a conscious choice to rewrite the script. It wasn't about wishing for more money, it was about fundamentally changing my entire relationship with it. And that leads to how you can actually do this. First, friends, you have to identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. You can't change a script you don't know you are reading. Grab a journal and ask yourself, what do I really believe about money, about success, about what I'm capable of? Write down any negative thoughts that pop up. Where did you learn this? From your parents, from your teachers, from your friends? Once you see a belief for what it is, an old story, not a hard fact, you can start to question it. Is it really true? Create your beliefs again. For every limiting belief, write a new one, empowering one. But here's the trick. The new belief has to feel believable to you. If you are making £1,000 and you are saying I'm multimillionaire, might just feel like a lie to your nervous system and create even more resistance. Instead, try something like I am fully capable of building wealth, or I'm worthy of financial abundance, and I get better with money every day. These are positive and believable. And third, use affirmation as conscious reprogramming. Repeating this new belief isn't magic, it is a form of cognitive restructuring. It's about consciously and constantly redirecting your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking, I don't have enough money, I can't afford that, you intentionally replace it with, I am creating a life where I can afford the things I desire. Over time, this consistent practice create new thoughts of patterns. And finally, seek contradictory evidence. Actively look for proof that your new belief is true. If your old belief is I am bad at business, and find one small thing you did well today, send a professional email, finish a task, anything. Celebrate it. This process of collecting new evidence just strengthens the old beliefs and builds a foundation of proof for the new one. This is the real work of rewiring your brain, redirecting your focus, and stacking up new experiences that prove a new reality is possible. Be- and that brings me to the second element, and this is one is a game changer: your self-image. If belief is the secret, your self-image is the character you think you are playing. It is your internal blueprint for who you are. And here's the thing: you can never ever outperform your own self-image. If you see yourself as a struggling artist, you will keep making decisions that lead to struggle. If you see yourself as a world class CEO, you will start adopting this behavior and mindset of one long before you ever get the title. Your self image sets the boundaries for your life. If your internal territory is small, you can only handle a small amount of success. The second you step outside those boundaries, you feel like an imposter and pull yourself right back to what feels safe and familiar. It is why lottery winners so often lose it all. Their self image is that of someone who doesn't have millions, so they subconsciously find ways to get rid of that money and go back to their old identity. How do you upgrade your self image? First, define your ideal self with radical clarity. Who is the version of you that has already achieved your goal? What are their qualities? How do they walk, talk, and think? How do they handle a crisis? Write it all down in vivid detail. Don't just focus on the external stuff. Get into their internal state. Are they calm, confident, decisive? This description is your new reality. And second, practice mental rehearsal through visualization. This isn't just daydreaming, it's a focus exercise used by elite athletes and performers. Spend time each day vividly imagining yourself operating from this new identity. Feel the confidence of closing that huge sale. Feel the peace of having a full bank account. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. So use it. With this practice, you are getting your nervous system comfortable with your new reality. And thirdly, my friend, act as if. This is where the inner shift meets the outer world. Start making decisions from the perspective of your ideal self. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small, dress a little sharper for your work day, even at home. Share one idea in your next meeting. Every action that aligns with your future just sends a powerful message to your subconscious that says, this is now who I am now. I'm changing. And finally, create your environment. Your environment is a mirror of your self image, the space you live in, the content you consume, and the people you hang out with all reinforce who you are. Just surround yourself with role models and people who already have the qualities you want to develop. Unfollow social media accounts that make you feel small, and listen to podcasts, read books that expand your mind. Your environment should be a constant reminder of who you are becoming, not just a reflection of you have been. If you liked the video, please like the button. Let's talk about the final action. Confidence, belief, and self image are your internal foundation, but confidence is the fuel that drives action into the real world. You can have the best beliefs and amazing self image, but if you don't have the confidence to act, your dream stay in your head. Confidence is what lets you take in necessary risks to pitch the client, launch the business, or ask for just anything else you need. Here's the secret: everyone gets backward. Confidence is a byproduct of action. You don't wait to feel confident to do the scary things. You do the scary things, and that's what builds your confidence. This is a core psychological principle, the belief in your ability to succeed at a specific task. That belief isn't built by thinking, it is built by doing. For example, I used to be terrified of meeting new people. I avoided it all costs, still telling myself I just don't like new people. But my business demanded it. I started ridiculously small. I joined a local group, and my first time was terrible. The next time was a little easier, and the next a little more. So confidence is built on a stack of evidence that you create through action. So, how do you build this real world confidence? First, embrace micro actions. Forget the massive leap. Focus on one small, manageable action that just you can forward. If you want to start a business, maybe your micro action is just researching a domain name. If you want to get health life, just maybe you can start with 10-minute walk. Success is just the accumulation of these small, consistent wins. Completing even tiny goals releases dopamine in your brain, creating a positive loop that motivates you to keep going. And third, keep your promises to yourself. Confidence is really just a form of self-trust. Every time you tell yourself you are going to do something, and then just waking up early, going to the gym, making that call, you chip away at trust. Rebuild it by setting one tiny, non negotiable promise to yourself each day and actually keeping it. This simple habit rebuilds your personal integrity and proves to your subconscious that you are someone who follows through. And finally, stop waiting for the how. Many people get stuck in analysis paralysis, trying to map out every single step before they start. But clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from engagement. You don't need to see whole road to take the first step. Take action, get feedback from reality, adjust your course, and then take the next step. Action creates clarity. This is our great 3 steps, my friends. Thank you for watching.